Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Cardinals Stadium for CTN's live coverage of high school football. North Metro showdown between the Coon Rapids Cardinals and the Champlin Park Rebels. Joe Young, Howie Shapiro up above the action. And Howie, Coon Rapids team that saw a lead disappear last week and fell to 1-2. And a Champlin team that came from behind big week 2, dominated week 3, and find themselves at 2-1.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. Obviously, it's been a long time since these two teams have hooked up and played, since Coon Rapids now back in 6A. So this should be a fun matchup, and I think that you talked about it. Champlin Park, last 2 games, they were disappointed in that week 1 loss to Anoka. So they made some changes, and it felt on happening in those 2 games, the last 2 games, allowing those changes to happen. Joe, against the loss against Anoka, they gave up 230 yards in 4 plays, and they felt that if they have been able to change those 4 plays, they'd be 3-0.
Well, Anoka Tornadoes, after 3 weeks, sitting alone atop the North Metro standings at 3-0. Champlin Park, one of a couple of teams at 2-1. Coon Rapids at one of a couple of teams at 1-2. And the Rebels were down to Maple Grove week 2 by 17-0 in the first half. They came back and scored the only score of the fourth quarter in order to overcome that large deficit.
Yeah, and that was a huge win for them to be able to beat Maple Grove and take this 2-1 record here to Coon Rapids and see if they can get a win on the road. The Cardinals felt that they let one get away last week. They also feel they should be 2-1 at this point, but they're hoping to rebound here tonight.
Jackson's young kick gets us underway. It's angled to the left side and will roll out of bounds in front of deep back Arthur Russell. Flag on the play. Rebels will start from their own 35.
Yeah, smart play by Russell just to watch that go and get out of bounds and start their first drive at the 35. So the Cardinal defense will be tested here. One thing that Coach Russin said is that we really need to do a better job of tackling. And we felt that last week they didn't tackle the way they needed to. And that's kind of been the pattern all season long. They haven't tackled the way they needed to. They're hoping they can correct that here tonight. They worked on it in practice this week, and they're looking to see if they can do that against a very talented Champlin Park squad.
Well, Champlin Park doesn't score a ton of points, but they've found ways to win their last 2 games. Run the ball, throw the ball. They are going to bring a pretty balanced attack, and they have a number of different guys who will get involved. Russell leads the way rushing for him with just over 200 yards. I'm not positive on the statistics on the hub. They did not seem to match up. But that's the best I got. The bobbled Batelke reels it in, takes off. He's tripped up, but he'll be just short of a first down. He's kind of launched to his right. He flipped a hand out, batted it to himself, and took off. He is the second leading rusher on the team with 128 yards, according to the hub.
Well, nice play by C.J. Adler to get him down around the ankles to keep him from getting that first down. But Tilke's the epitome of a quarterback. He's 6'4", I believe 190. And so he's got that size. He's got that prototypical size as a quarterback, having the height.
Third and very short. They caught the Cardinals to jump, got themselves a free first down.
Adler's pleading the case that there was movement on the offensive side of the ball, but the officials will not agree with them. They will march it forward 5 and give him that first down.
Well, they just gave him about 6.5. They put it on the wrong 44, so really gave him 7 yards. And I was going to compliment the tackle there by Lofton Ogroski, but Russell just kept his legs moving, and he needed some help to get him finished off and out of bounds.
Well, the key thing is that they're wrapping him up and not letting him get that forward momentum here early on.
No gain, 2nd and 10 from the Coon Rapids 49-yard line. Play action, Telke throws left, complete to Luke Gilk. Gilk has some blockers out front, a big gain down to the Coon Rapids 20-yard line.
Yeah, it's a nice fake, and the defense went the other way. And then there's just a quick throw to Gilk, and Gilk did the rest with his legs, doing a nice job of going downfield, picking up some nice yardage on the play.
29, and at the Coon Rapids 20-yard line are the Rebels, threatening to score here very early in the first quarter. Motion 2 men to the left. Out of the shotgun, Telke gives to Russell. Russell running left. Gets around the corner and picks up about 7 before being taken out of bounds.
Again, good job at the point of attack by the offensive line for Champlin Park. They're just really doing a good job of winning their blocks. Champlin Park threatening here on their first drive.
2nd and 3 from the Cardinal 13, offset I formation in the backfield. Then Gilk spreads out, play action, rollout, bootleg, keeper for Telke. Telke's going to get himself the first down. It'll be 1st and goal from the 7.
Telke with a nice run to pick up that first down.
And again, he runs
It's a big
quite
kid.
a bit.
Yep.
A lot of run-pass option plays like that one. Gilk, the man in motion. Handoff goes to Russell right up the middle across the 5 before he's stacked up and pushed back. A gain of 2.
Oh, this will test the defense here down at the goal line.
Well, and with a rushing attack like this, you can see why their play action is so dangerous.
Yes, absolutely.
Man in motion is Borboom. 2 receivers on the left side going for Basemore. Reaches up, grabs it, comes down inbounds. Touchdown, Champlin Park.
Well, that was a heck of a throw and a really nice catch as he's able to go up high and pull it out and get the score. And the coverage wasn't bad. He just threw it where he needed to get it. Defender's back to the quarterback, and he's able to pick it off. And
Basemore did a great job of going up high
and adjusting
over the defender and grabbing that, still able to get down inbounds. And the Rebels strike on their opening drive. Kick is up, but no good for Fitzgerald.
Oh, snap wasn't where it needed to be, and he had to rush it to put it down, and couldn't get a good look at it. Well, the Cardinals did not want to see giving up that touchdown the very first drive of this contest, but Cardinals offense is going to have to come back and see what they can do.
Well, a 65-yard drive on 8 plays. Took a little bit more than 3 minutes off the clock. And now it's the Cardinals' turn. And this is a defense for Champlin Park again that gave up no points last week, shut out the Osseo Orioles.
Held them to 80 yards total offense.
And the week before in the second half gave up very little to defending state champion Maple Grove. High, short kick, bounces on the left side and out of bounds. And the Cardinals will start at the 35.
Now, good field position to start their first drive of this contest.
No time spent on kickoffs. No time off of the clock
None.
on either kick. Both straight out of bounds. Start at the 35. You could just eliminate the kickoff altogether. And some teams, if given the opportunity, would do just that against the Cardinals because of the threat of Kyjon Cummings-Coleman. Maddock getting the start for the second straight week. Starts out of the shotgun, handoff to Scheller, and he is swallowed up in the backfield, a loss of a yard.
Yeah, good job by the defense that time, just following the ball carry. And I was talking to Coach Russin today, and I thought Danny had a nice game last week in that loss, and he's looking to build off that momentum from a week ago.
Well, most of his yardage last week came on one play. Right. He showed the explosive speed if they can get him into open field, but if he never has a chance to get his legs moving like that play. Empty backfield now, 5 receivers for Maddock. Looks quick to the right side. Pass is complete to Braden Waldron. That'll set up a 3rd and manageable. See where they spot it out at the 42, so it'll be 3rd and 3. Harold Berry and Ogroski, the receivers wide to the left. Jared Fearing set up in the wing position on that side. Play action, Maddock chased, steps up, gonna run for the first down himself as he gets across the 45 and close to the 47.
Yeah, Maddock at that time not hesitating to run the football and gain that first down. He realized the only opportunity he was going to have with that blitz coming at him is to step up in the pocket and try and do it with his feet. And he's able to move the chains.
It's a big first down after the loss on first. Ogroski, the man in motion. Pass will go to him on the receiver screen. Spins away from contact into Rebel territory. He's going to be just shy of a first down, but a gain of 9 on first down.
And that's just Lofton Ogroski using his strength to pick up that additional yardage.
Three receivers on second and short. Maddox still out of the shotgun, has Danny Scheller in the backfield with him. He switches over to the right side. Flanker is on that side as well. They give the ball to Scheller. A nice hole off that right side and a nice gain to the 37.
Well, Joe, you touched on that, giving him an opportunity to get in some open space, which he did there. He's able to pick up a nice gain.
Pickup of 8. They had, as I mentioned, in that flanker spot was Jared Fearing, and he helped sealed the edge and allow Scheller to get around the outside. Timeout, Champlin Park.
Oh, nice start to this drive for the Cardinals, Joe. Just doing a good job of mixing some things up and able to put the pressure on the Champlin Park defense here early.
And first downs are big. Obviously, scores are bigger, but I think just 4 first downs in the second half of last week's contest when they were trying to protect the lead. 3 of them came on one drive, which unfortunately ended with a turnover in plus territory.
Yeah, we talked about it was a disappointing loss for the Cardinals. Up 21-3 at half and not able to put any points on the board in the second half. And I know that they would like to do some things differently, and they always hope that they learn from that situation to take it to the next week. But offensively, a nice drive going here.
Champlin with an early timeout just midway through this first quarter. Ogroski goes in motion. 3 guys on that right side. Throwing left, though, complete to Harold Berry for a first down.
You know, Harold Berry's another one of those players I know that Coach Russell would like to get a little more involved.
So 2nd and 7 from the 34. Play action. Maddock rolls to his left, still looking. Now throws, has Berry behind the defense, makes the catch.
Down at the 1.
Who was he touched? Oh, it's
he's
high
down.
School
yeah, in
rules.
high school, you're
Right.
down. That was a nice adjustment by Berry. I thought Maddock was maybe going to take off and try and run, but nice throw over to Berry, and Berry's did a really nice job of hanging onto that football. And the Cardinals are knocking on the door.
Great catch on the doorstep. Looking to answer and try and tie the game with a touchdown and possibly take a lead with a successful extra point. Maddock out of the shotgun as the flanker Ogroski on the left. He's going to do a little play action. Pass complete to Ogroski for the touchdown.
Yeah, just a really nice drive for Coon Rapids. And, Joe, they needed that after giving up the opening score to Champlin Park, and especially coming off that disappointing loss last week. They needed a little bit of momentum, and they got it here on drive number 1.
And they did it without Kaijon Cummings-Coleman on the field.
They did.
And now Jackson Young out to attempt the extra point. It is up. It is good. And the Cardinals lead 7-6.
Yeah, got to be impressed by the fact the mixture of run and pass in that first drive.
Nearly identical drives, really. 8 plays, about 3.5 minutes. 65 yards because both teams started at the 35 after a kick out of bounds. Neither facing, both were 1 for 1 on third downs, and they were 3rd and short, a 3rd and 1 for Champlin, a 3rd and 3 for Coon Rapids.
Well, now here's the test for the Cardinal defense. See if they can stop Champlin Park on drive number 2.
Well, the Cardinals defense has had trouble against the run all 3 weeks.
Absolutely.
This is another team that runs the ball very effectively, averaging about 5 yards, a little better than 5 yards a carry through the first 3 weeks of the season. Young with a boomer. Basemore had it and lost it out into the end zone and a touchback.
Well, he's fortunate that ball went into the end zone.
So a little bit longer field for the Rebels as they take the field this time. We had 1 second tick off the clock during that special teams play after he touched it and before it went in the end zone. 3 special teams plays, 1 second off the clock. Just under 5 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Handoff goes to Russell. Russell wrapped up quickly and dropped after a short gain.
Well, that is the key for the defense. Just make sure you wrap up tackles. If you're not going to bring it down, let your teammates come help you. Just hold the ball carrier up so you can get some help.
Going to mark it at the 23, so a gain of 3. 2nd and 7. Handoff goes to Russell again, running to the left side, tripped up and stopped for no gain. It'll be 3rd and long.
Yeah, again, just really good defense. I mean, it's all won by that battle up front. Mont Jones with the tackle, just really doing a good job of getting in there and getting around the ankles of the ball carrier. So it puts him in a 3rd and long situation.
Telke rolls out now, tucks it, wants to run, has Russell blocking in front of him, and he is going to have the first down just across the 30-yard line.
I mean, obviously you have to respect the fact that he can pass the ball, but he did a really nice job with his legs of just picking up that first down on a 3rd and long situation.
Well, and Arthur Russell out in front of him with a good lead block.
Yep.
And again, you've talked about his size, 6'4", not the bulkiest of young men at 190 listed, but still that's a lot of size, a lot of momentum coming at you. Gilk, the man in motion from right to left. Handoff goes to Russell, hitting the backfield, spins away, and he's able to get his way back at least close to the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I think he lost a yard. They're going to mark it at the 30, I believe.
A little scary when he broke loose of
Yep.
initial contact and ran into his own blocker. That kind of helped keep him in the backfield for the Cardinal defense to get more numbers. 2 receivers on the left for Telke out of the shotgun. Gilk motions over to the right. Telke rolling to his left. Throwing on the run, has a man behind the defense. The catch is made deep into Cardinal territory. Matthew Berge on the receiving end.
Well, again, just a nice job on the play action, and he's able to really get him behind the defense. It was a nice throw to get him the ball. It was Kaijon Cummings-Coleman on the coverage.
40-yard gain from 30 to 30. From the plus 30-yard line now, Telke gets him to the line quickly. Cardinals showing pressure in the middle, now backing off. Receiver on each side this time. Telke out of the shotgun still. Sets up the little screen to the flanker, Gilk, and Gilk's going to have about 8.
Yeah, good blocking, able to pick up that nice yardage on first down.
Makes it 2nd and 2 for the Rebels, the 22-yard line.
Low snap, scooped up, handed off to Russell. Gets some good blocks around the left side as a first down. Knocked out of bounds just about the 15-yard line.
Again, the Rebels doing a good job up front, really controlling that line of scrimmage. Well, you talked about the fact that they do love to run the ball, and Cardinals' Achilles heel on defense has been against the run so far here this season.
1st and 10 from the Cardinal 14. Handoff, Russell looking for room up the middle, trying to stretch it outside. Good pursuit that time, and only a short gain.
And I think that's what Coach Rustin was preaching in terms of pursuit of the ball. But when you get to the ball carrier, wrap them up.
So 2nd and 9 from the 13 now. 2 receivers on the right side. That's Basemore and Berge. Russell in the backfield. Telke wants to throw. Passes picked off. Going back the other way with a lot of room to run is C.J. Adler. He breaks the tackle and finally tripped up at the Champlin Park 20-yard line.
Wow, that's what the Cardinals needed, is a break on defense, and they got it there. Really good job of blocking downfield to pick up that additional yardage, but that's a huge defensive play, and you're deep in Champlin Park territory.
Went off the hands of the I don't know if Russell was the intended receiver. I think behind him was Berge, who I think the pass was intended for, but he didn't understand that. He reached
Nope.
up, got a piece of it, and that kind of popped it up. Adler makes the interception and tack on some extra yards for a penalty.
Now Cardinals will take it.
So that'll set them up first and goal from the 10. And number 2 checks into the backfield for the Cardinals.
Yeah, first time tonight. Played on the defensive side last drive. Now an opportunity to put their playmaker to work. And it's dangerous when you line number 2 and number 7 up on that one side.
They're both up top on the right. Maddock rolling that way. Now back the other way. The pass complete to Fearing. Fearing going to gain about 3 before being dragged out of bounds.
Well, when talking to Coach Rustin, I said, obviously everybody looks at 2, everybody looks at 7. 11, Jared Fearing is someone you get involved. We said we're going to try and get him the ball in space.
Second and goal from the 7. Handoff goes to Scheller, cuts back, a little bit of a hole. He's inside the 5 to the 4. It'll be third down. Well, and just on that last play, they had Kaijan up top all by himself.
Yep.
There was a safety in a corner over there, and the linebacker was cheating too.
Well, yeah, because
I mean, that's how much respect he gets.
You have to give them respect. Number 2 especially.
Now he is the deep back behind Maddock out of the pistol. Scheller is the up back. Fakes the pitch. Looks back into the end zone. Wide open. Fearing. Touchdown.
Again, you sneak Jared Fearing out in that soft spot of the zone in the middle. And they didn't have an answer for it. Nice job of Maddock finding him the back of the end zone for the score.
Well, and so many different options. He faked the pitch to Kai. Definitely drew some attention. Then he was looking to the left side where Ogroski was, and Scheller was also in the flat as the check down. And there was plenty of white jerseys over there. And right in the back of the end zone all by himself was number 11. Showed his quarterback his jersey and got himself his first touchdown of the season.
They threw a flag, but they waved it off.
Jackson Young trying to make it a 14-6 lead for the home team with less than 30 seconds to go in this opening quarter. Kick is up, it is good. And the Cardinals lead by 8.
Really impressive drive. Nice pass from Maddock.
Well, but the difference 90 seconds can make.
Absolutely. That's 3 plays.
Champlin Park was threatening to go in. They're at the Coon Rapids 13-yard line. A turnover with a great return.
Great return.
And then 3 plays later, you're in the end zone and you're up by 8.
109 off the clock. 3 plays to go 10 yards for the score.
Plenty of excitement already, and we're just 1 quarter in. "11 minutes and 34 seconds in, really. Jackson Young able to boot it to about the 1 last time. Russell mishandled it and went in the end zone for a touchback. He'll put another good boot on it. This one Russell has measured at the 5. Hit and dropped just shy of the 20-yard line. Good downfield coverage.
Yeah, great. I mean, special teams are so important, and you saw the Cardinals special team doing a really good job against a running back who's explosive, a returner who's explosive.
I guess they will give him the 20, so no better, no worse than a touchback. 19 seconds remaining in the opening quarter. Telke and the Rebels take over again from their own 20-yard line. 1st and 10 out of the shotgun. Handoff Russell. Big hole in the middle. He has a nice gain. Picks up about 9.
Well, and the one thing Champlin Park knows is they've got the offense to move the ball.
And that'll take us to the end of the first quarter. Champlin Park strikes quick, but the Cardinals have a 14-6 lead after the first 12 minutes. We'll be back with quarter number 2 after this on CTN. Back at the Cardinals Sports Complex, Coon Rapids leading Champlin Park as we start the second quarter. Rebels with the ball. Handoff goes to Arthur Russell. Big hole. Waiting for more blocks to develop. Nearly bounced outside, but tripped up by LeClaire. Still a nice gain, a first down out to the 38-yard line.
Yeah, if LeClaire hadn't made that tackle, he would have gone for much further, I believe. He was going to be able to get around that end.
Back-to-back 9-yard carries for the leading rusher for this Champlin Park team. Eleven carries for 44 yards, so averaging 4 yards a carry tonight. Another dropped snap. Telke in a lot of trouble, trying to run all the way around the near side, and does, and ends up gaining a couple of yards before being chased out of bounds.
He's got some speed. He's able to get away from a defender and pick up some positive yardage on what looked like play that was going to be a loss of yardage.
Out to the 44-yard line, a gain of 6. On second down, the Rebels. Another low snap. Telke picks it up, completes the pass to Berge. Hit immediately by Cummings-Coleman and stopped for no gain.
Yeah,
Telke a little slow getting up. And
so is Berge as well.
Or Berge, I mean.
Berge, yeah. Yeah, he's limping. Cummings-Coleman laid a lick on him.
So Berge, the leading receiver for this squad, heads to the sideline on a crucial third down. His team trailing 14-6. Telke pumps, now chased, runs to his left, tripped up and sacked. Getting there first was Jacoby Peterson.
Yeah, Jacoby Peterson's had a nice season for this defense. A great job by the defense. Really good job by the defense on that drive.
Telke also handles the punting duties for the Rebels. He'll stand at about his own 25-yard line. Kaijan Cummings-Coleman is back deep to return.
See if they kick it away from him.
Another low snap, skips to Telke, able to get it up, get a good punt.
It's a nice boot.
Angled toward the sideline and stayed in bounds a while before running out. And that's a great punt from Preston Telke. Cardinals will start backed up deep in their own end.
A little pressure on the Champlin Park defense here because Cardinals able to move the ball. They're looking for a stop.
Well, drive number 2, not really fair to judge against the defense.
No,
they
I
started
understand.
at the 10-yard line.
They did. But nonetheless,
that first drive was very good. Had a rhythm I don't think we've seen, at least didn't see much of last week. Maddock out of the shotgun. Pass complete on the left side. And Harold Berry just not a lot of room to move. He picks up 4 or 5, though. Oh. Marked at the 20, so 2nd and 4. Fearing shifts from left to right. Telke throws complete to the left side. Another one to Berry. He's got a first down, holds on to the ball out to the 24-yard line.
Well, we talked about Coach Russin wanting to get Harold Berry a little more involved, and he certainly has here in the first half.
Well, 6 yards on the first one, 5 yards on this one.
They'll take it all day long.
Four catches for 48 yards in the first half for Harold Berry. 5 receivers set, empty backfield for Maddock. Sets up the bubble screen to Cummings Coleman, makes one man miss, makes another man miss. Now it's a foot race. He's got a blocker out in front of him. He's trying to get down the sidelines. Fearing is helping, cuts back. Touchdown, Cardinals!
Wow, he's so electric. He's so electric, so elusive. He has, and I talk about it every week, Joe. His field vision is amazing.
Well, and what a block. 80 yards downfield almost from Jared Fearing. And his first touch, again, his first 2 touches last week were touchdowns.
Absolutely.
One on an amazing catch, one on a great run after catch. First touch here tonight is an amazing, electrifying play that goes 75 yards and puts the Cardinals up by 2 scores. And the kick for Young is up and good.
It's just
86 yards on 3 plays.
Yeah, again, it's just so much fun to watch him. He's so good in open space, and again, he doesn't need much. Obviously, he's so fast. He's able to get past the defense, and as you saw, thanks to Fearing's block downfield, he's able to take it into the end zone.
So here we are, still plenty of time remaining in the opening half, and Coon Rapids has the 21-6 lead. 8:14 still to go in the second quarter.
And these congratulations from Jacob Maddock, because nobody makes the quarterback's numbers look better than that young man number 2.
He definitely helps.
Yeah.
I like that, though. They set up a bubble screen, but downfield like 5 yards.
Right.
Normally they set up that blocking at the line of scrimmage, but that really threw Champlin off when all the receivers ran 5 yards and stopped. And then Cummings Coleman makes the catch, makes that first man miss, and then he just finds seams. And again, that one's off the tip of the fingers of the up back. I think that's Schornstein, and Schornstein able to recover it and get out across the 30 out to the 34.
Yeah, able to give him pretty good field position for having to bobble the ball. Well, we saw the defense, nice drive on that last possession by Champlin Park, looking to see if they can repeat themselves and hand that ball to that explosive offense. Can we get it right back to them?
The 34-yard line is where they will start this time. A turnover and a punt, their last 2 possessions after an opening drive that marched right down the field and ended in the end zone. Second drive was threatening. Handoff, and up the middle goes Austin Tucker for a nice gain out to the 41, gain of 7.
That time the offensive line did a really nice job of opening up a hole.
Tucker still in the backfield with Telke. Gilk is the man in motion. Handoff goes to Tucker. Hit in the backfield and
Peterson
dropped for a loss. Jacoby Peterson with a sack and now a TFL. Nice first half for him.
Well, you know, when you feed off your offense, the defense here is firing off the ball, doing a really nice job.
Another big third down. Bigger third down, I think, here if you're Champlin Park's offense. Find themselves trailing 21-6. They got the man to jump. And there's the flag. It took a minute.
I'll give him a first. Yeah, those things hurt. Those are the kind of penalties that those hurt you. That, you know, when you're, especially when you've got that momentum, your defense is playing well, and they give them a first down here.
You got an opportunity for some 3 and out when you're up 21-6 in the first half. So a fresh set of downs for the Rebels from their 45. Rebels fans trying to come back to life. Handoff goes to Russell. He is met in the backfield and forced backwards, a loss of 4.
Capri Palmer with the tackle. Again, the defense doing a really good job of.
Well, there was just great pursuit all down the line.
Pursuit of the ball.
I mean, by the time he got to where that edge was supposed to be, there was no edge there. Great job containing. Second and long. Telke with time, now pressured. Rolls to his right, throws on the move. The catch is made. Only a short game for Gilk. Back to the original line of scrimmage, 3rd and 10.
Yeah, so a 3rd and long situation now for the defense. They can fire off the ball here. Just got to make sure that they don't jump. But a great opportunity, as you talked about, Joe, to get that defense off the field and get that offense right back to it.
Telke on 3rd down. Rolling to his right, tucks it. He's going to run. Nobody on that side. He's got a first down and more. Tripped up inside the 35. And that was a well-designed play. He was running that from the word go.
Yeah, and again, just to break down the defense, as you mentioned, nobody there on that side of the field to offer him any resistance.
Minute there, I thought they were going to give him a real favorable spot.
Yeah.
I think the 30 even is a little bit favorable, but a nice gain, and they're going to give back 5. It was a 25-yard gain on 3rd and 10.
You know, both teams giving yardage back here so far tonight.
So 1st and 15 now from the Cardinal 35. And a high snap over his shoulder, a race for the ball. Telke dives, can't control it. Cardinals have it in Rebel territory.
We've seen that a number of times. Bad snaps from center have allowed the Cardinals to take advantage of things, and that time another turnover on a drive that the Rebels were looking to see if they can get some momentum. Samson LeClaire, who's had a wonderful season on the recovery.
And it moved the ball 15 yards.
Yeah.
Telke dove on it. He knew he was in a foot race. I think it might have been Fearing who was trying to get to the ball first on that left side. But he felt the pressure. He dove for it, but could not come up with it cleanly, and the Cardinals able to end up with the ball. 4:45 to go in the half, up already by 21-6. But after losing the lead last week in St. Michael, you know no lead is going to feel comfortable. Cummings-Coleman is the man in motion. Faked the little shovel pass to him. Maddock able to elude some pressure and then ends up throwing it incomplete, looking for Kaijan on the sideline.
Yeah, again, that's a tough play, and Maddock just wanted to make sure he got rid of the football without.
I'm amazed he got away from
I was just going to say that
in the backfield.
He did get away from the pressure, and he just wanted to make sure that he didn't get any negative yardage on that play.
Yeah, very easily could have ended with a 5 or 10 yard even loss. Three receivers now on the right side this time. Handoff goes to Scheller. Able to get past first contact and now driving against 3 or 4 defenders. Able to push forward a gain of 3.
Yeah, that time good pursuit by the Champlin Park defense to really bottle Scheller up and not let him get around. Now you put him in a third down situation. Obviously 4 down territory here. Clock is ticking. We're almost at the 4-minute mark here in the second quarter.
Empty backfield again for Maddock on 3rd and long. Showing blitz in the middle. Here it comes. Maddock steps up. He's going to run. He has the first down inside the 30 to the 27-yard line.
Well, and again, they blitzed, leaving that middle wide open. Jacob Maddock wisely seeing it, and he's just able to step up and pick up that first down. But again, when you blitz like that, you have the middle open, and you're vulnerable in that spot on the field, and Maddock made him pay.
Maybe a little shaken up after the contact at the end. He went over to get the plate from head coach Nick Russin. First and 10 from the 27. Timeout Cardinals.
Yeah, things didn't materialize the way they wanted to, and head coach Russin said, let's take a timeout and talk about it, make sure we're all on the same page. You know, they're up, as you talked about, 21-6, a nice healthy lead. But you hearken back to that game where they had a 21-3 lead at the break, and were not able to get that win. They want to be able to put Champlin Park away here early and really put the pressure on them once that second half starts. And this is an important drive for them, because if they can score here, Joe, they really have a healthy lead.
Especially when they receive the kickoff to start the second half.
Yep.
So a great opportunity to possibly score on each half of the break and find yourself up really big. But you got to focus on getting to the end zone with this drive first. Finish off the half strong. And yeah, they could not get any rhythm going at all last week against St. Michael.
Well, I want to give a shout out to my buddy Mike Schuno, who watches every single week. He's the president of the Joe Young fan club, and we appreciate that. Mike, and former coworker who I miss dearly. And the answer to your question, yes, it's a beautiful night for football.
It's always a beautiful night for football. First and 10 for the Cardinals. Maddock going to step up again. Now wants to flip it and does to Scheller. Tried to cut back. Not a lot there. Gain of 2.
It took a little time to develop. It allowed the defense to give pressure to Maddock, and as he realized, just a little flip. But there was another defender there. Scheller really not able to garner much.
Well, the clock clearly in the Cardinals' favor.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. They're happy to let this clock continue to run down, especially, Joe, as you mentioned, that they're going to get the ball to start the second half.
Second and 7 now. The bottom of the screen is Cummings-Coleman in motion. Maddock flustered, chased from the pocket, shakes off an arm tackle, and going to be very close, if not getting the first down before getting out of bounds.
We'll see where they mark him. I think he's going to be about a yard short, maybe a little less than that.
Be third and less than a yard from the 18. Fearing shifts from left to right. Handoff goes to Scheller in the middle, met by a white jersey immediately, but able to force his way forward, get the first down to the 16-yard line. Needed one, got two.
Yeah, approaching the 2-minute mark here in the first half.
And the Cardinals, I believe, still have 2 timeouts
they do.
remaining.
Well,
They'd like to use,
don't want
regardless
use
of the result of the end result of this drive, they want to use as much of that clock as possible.
That's what I'm saying, that necessarily don't want to take them unless they really have to, because they want this clock to wind down.
So 1st and 10 from the 16. Play action. Maddock with time, now steps up, wants to run, runs into some trouble, and takes it as far as the 11, a gain of 5. Don't mind that play at all.
No, just watching Coach Russin on the sideline, kind of keeping an eye on that clock. Yeah, defensively, if you're Champlin Park, you cannot let them score here.
4 rushes for 25 yards so far tonight for Jacob Maddock. He's also thrown for 3 touchdowns, by the way.
Yeah, he's had a nice first half, that is for sure.
Second and 5 from the 11. Maddock throwing, end zone, a little too high, looking for Lofton Ogroski. And dangerous because Brady Schornstein was in the back of the end zone with him.
He was there. That stops the clock with 45 seconds basically remaining here in the half. And again, Cards really want to put points up before the break.
They'd like to put a touchdown up if possible.
Yeah, they certainly would.
3rd and 5. Some extra attention paid to the receiver at the bottom of the screen. Rolling to the right is Maddock. Wants to run, now throws, incomplete. And Maddock went down kind of hard. So what do? Do you run your field goal unit out here at this point? So what, 29-yard field goal attempt from here?
Yeah, I mean, he was being chased that time by Nicholas Joseph, who's just 6'3", 255.
Just.
Yeah. And when that young man throws you to the ground, that's gonna hurt a little bit.
Cardinals will line up to go for it on 4th down. Possibly just trying to get him off sides and then call a timeout. There's the timeout there.
I see Jackson Young over on the sideline, but yeah, they're going to kick the field goal.
I think it's the wise decision.
I agree.
You're right in the middle of the field.
Put points on the board.
If you and he's kicked well. Now this is what, about 7-8 yards further than the extra point, maybe more.
Well, he's had plenty of leg to make those extra points. So I think just with the extra 7-8 yards, he's got the great opportunity. And a great point, Joe. You said right in the center of the field. Give him that opportunity.
And 24-6.
And you get the ball back to start the second half.
And 24-6 means you're at least 3 scores.
Correct.
Oh, they're going to keep the offense up there.
They thought better of it. Well, we'll see. This will be interesting to see what Coach Russin dials up here.
Two receivers on each side for Maddock on 4th down. Looking, scrambling, now throwing, end zone,
There's
incomplete.
a flag. Yep.
Flag comes in. Cummings-Coleman double coveraged. And he got sandwiched as they all went up for the ball, and the Cardinals are going to have a free set of downs. So the Cardinals will now have 1st and goal. Just one timeout remaining now. Champlin Park fans are not fans of that call.
No. And why would you be if you're Champlin Park fans?
To be honest, it's a hard sell. That's a 50-50 ball.
Yeah, but I think he had a little. I think he hit before the ball got there. But
if that was contact due to the defensive player going for the football, that's fair game.
Yeah, if the guy's behind him.
If the contact was through the receiver,
yeah,
I agree. And regardless, the flag was thrown, the call was made.
Doesn't matter.
They don't overturn those things.
Nope.
So the Cardinals will have it 1st and goal from the 5.
We have somebody on the sideline from the Champlin Park side giving the officials the business.
Emotions running high as this keeps this Cardinal drive alive late in the second quarter. They already lead 21-6. And again, they'll get the ball back after the half.
Plenty of time from this part in the field, 33 seconds if you manage your time right. As Champlin Park going to take a timeout.
Well, you don't get to carry him over to the second half.
No, you might as well use them, especially in a situation like this because they're already down.
And you have
21-3. 21-6.
As hard as it may be, you got to try and keep your emotions on check on the field, on the sideline, even in the stands to a certain extent.
Absolutely do. How about the booth? Got to keep our emotions in check. Neil's pointing his finger at me.
Our emotions run high, but that's what the people want.
That's right.
They have spoken.
We're homers.
So what do you do? They clearly have tried to get the ball to Cummings-Coleman a couple of times here when they're in sniffing distance of the end zone.
Watch for number 11.
But yeah, number 2 and number 7 are drawing a large crowd every snap.
Fearing's at the end of the line blocking, but let's see if they can find him.
Rolling is Maddock.
There's a flag. It's
behind
coming back.
The play. And the flag, I think, will be.
There's taunting. There's taunting on the defense.
And that's a flag.
That's a stupid penalty. That's
especially
really
after
stupid.
he got stopped.
Yeah.
But does that mean they just offset replay first down?
Yeah, I would think so.
Or does the taunting, does it occur differently because one was in play and one was a dead ball?
Well, we'll see. Only the men in stripes men and one woman in stripes tell us.
Yeah, and unfortunately no microphones. So.
No.
Holding on the defense.
Yeah, which we saw. That was obvious.
Sportsmanlike conduct on the personal foul.
Yep.
For unsportsmanlike conduct.
I bet they just replay the down. They don't seem to be marching anything off.
Well, they have not switched it from first down,
Nope.
so. Well, they are going to march it off against the Cardinals for. So what do you? Unless you're marching off 5 and then giving half the distance.
They have
marching off 10. for the hold and then getting half the distance for the personal foul.
You can't just leave it there. Yeah, I think that's what they're going to do. So if they mark it at the 15 or they put it at the 7.5. Oh, they're gonna put it on the.
Yeah, it looks like about 7.5.
7.5. That's what I thought.
First down. All right,
here we go.
Boy,
that's crazy.
This half has just flown by until this last minute
Exactly.
and a half has been really slow.
All right.
And
what, another timeout?
Again, they can't take him to the locker room with them.
We're going to run out of film.
Film. We take it back to the studio for processing.
That's right. We got to take it to the little photo booth down the block.
the
little Kodak photo booth.
Much of our audience just went, "What is Kodak? Photo
Look
booth?
it up, kids. What's a photo booth? Is that what you have at parties and stuff? And it kind of is in a way.
So I'm a little surprised again that they did not just kick the field goal, but they clearly are not that confident in Jackson Young.
Or do they want to score the touchdown and just really put a lot more pressure on Champlin Park? That's what I think.
I mean, it was taking a risk though giving them the ball back with no points.
Right.
But your defense has been playing well. Now either way, you got first and goal from the 7. Kaijan, the man in motion, swings behind. Fake the pitch to him. They give to Scheller on the reverse. He wants to throw, now wants to run. He's going to come back to his left. Still looking to throw, and then just kind of
I'll call timeout here.
Flipped it out. And
well, Scheller's a quarterback. Scheller played quarterback, for the team. I can't remember what team he was on last year. Would have been maybe the because he's a sophomore this year.
The freshman
team probably.
Either way, that play just absolutely backfired in a most displeasing way. I think Scheller was trying to kind of flip it and see if he could get it as an incomplete pass. But now from being in a wonderful position, the Cardinals' position now, no timeouts.
8 seconds left.
8 seconds left. And they're out at their 18. Well, sometimes you try things and they work, and sometimes not so much. I mean, I think if Scheller came around that corner when he originally got the ball with the intention of running, I think he could have run to the end zone.
Possibly.
But he came.
The play was to throw the ball.
The play was to throw the ball, so when he came around the corner, he wanted to throw first. If run was first thing on his mind, I think he may have been in the end zone or at least halfway there. Definitely not 10 yards back, as the case is. Second and goal from the 18. Maddock throwing to the left. Caught! Touchdown! Lofton! Oh, Gross. No,
that was
Jared Fearing.
That was Fearing.
Again, his second touchdown of the game.
He had talked about it. We're going to get Fearing. See if we can get Fearing involved a little bit more. That was a nice throw.
Perfectly placed.
Yeah, that was a nice throw.
He made a nice adjustment on the ball. And Young on to attempt the extra point.
I would say that Champlin Park is shell-shocked at this point. Did not expect to be down 28-6 at the break.
No, they did not, but do not start to breathe easy if you're a Cardinal or a Cardinal fan.
No, you better not.
This is a team that came from big deficits against Maple Grove 2 weeks ago.
4:42 off the clock, 12 plays, 40 yards. I mean, that's 12 plays. Really just wound this time down.
Yeah, just 3 seconds left in the first half. A nearly perfect first half for the Cardinals. A couple of turnovers and a forced punt on defense.
Now the key is, Joe.
Offense has found the end zone 4 times.
Did we learn from a week ago, being up big at the half, to not let happen what happened in the second half to them last week?
And now Jackson Young to kick off. Russell standing just inside his own 10-yard line.
Well, it was almost a disastrous play. The play before turned into points.
Squib kick. Champlin falls on top of it. Unfortunately, that doesn't allow enough time to come off the clock. And so Champlin will have an opportunity for one play. They will have it from the 47.
Well, now you play your prevent defense here because it's going to be one play and they're going to try and go to the house.
Telke up under center, and he will just take a knee and go to the locker room. So Champlin Park came out, opening drive, marched right down, started the scoring. And since then, 28 unanswered points from the home team. They lead 28-6 as we hit the half. We'll be back with the second half after this on CTF. Back at the Cardinals Sports Complex, just about ready to get the second half underway. Coon Rapids leading Champlin Park 28-6. Joe Young and Howie Shapiro up above, along with Neil Hennon and our stats master Harley Schultz, and Steve Antis up on top running the camera.
Got a small crew, but a great crew.
And a great game so far for the home team. Forced a couple of turnovers on defense, 28 unanswered points after Champlin scored on the opening drive of the contest. Similar numbers through the first half, 199 total yards for the Cardinals compared to 149 for Champlin Park. Rebels have had 9 first downs to the Cardinals 7. Turnovers 2-0 though. Always a crucial.
That's the key.
number to be in control of. 5 penalties for 33 yards for Champlin Park, 4 for 25 for Coon Rapids.
Think they'll kick to number 2? I'd be very surprised.
Well, we've only seen one kick thus far.
They're not kicking to number 2.
Well, that was Trace Fitzgerald. This is now Matthew Mayo.
Hold the Mayo.
And so Fitzgerald had kicked it out of bounds after their opening score. Mayo, high, short kick will be fielded at the 27. And a nice return out across the 40.
Well, and that's obviously the chance you take when you're going to kick away from that very dangerous returner, which I certainly understand why they did that.
Nippon on the return.
But so now you get great field position to start this first drive of the second half. Up by 25, and if you're the offense, and I know Coach Rustin is talking to his guys, is let's just put the pedal down. Let's not let up here at this point.
Yeah, you're better off, again, just kick it out of bounds and let them take it from the 35.
Agree.
7 yards better field position this way. 1st and 10 from the 42. Maddock out of the shotgun. Kaijan in motion from right to left. Play action Scheller. Pass bobbled and picked off. Popped up right into the hands of Russell. And that will put Champlin Park in great field position. Ogroski saying it hit the ground. But that is not the way they saw it.
Well, that's exactly what Champlin Park wanted to happen here on that first drive, a turnover. Unfortunately, we don't have a replay, so we can't see if that ball did hit the ground. Officials didn't see it that way, and Champlin Park will take over in great field position here. And I think it's imperative for them to put points on the board.
So the Rebels quickly onto the field. One play, get a turnover, and then another high snap reeled in by Telke. Hits the tight end on the right side. And Dreesy able to pick up a couple.
Yeah, that's a tough break for the Cardinals, too. I mean, they start that first drive with a turnover. And we talked about 2 turnovers for Champlin Park in the first half, none for Coon Rapids. All of a sudden, Coon Rapids turns the ball over here.
2nd and 7. Handoff goes to Russell. Stutter steps in the backfield. Can't really find a hole, and he's held to no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, Jared Fearing looked like he was a little shaken up, but he's not coming off the field.
Telke out of the shotgun as Russell in the backfield with him. Gilk flanked out on the left side and movement on the line.
Yeah, that's not going to help.
So back him up to the 39, 3rd and 12 from there. Most likely 4-down territory unless maybe you go backwards on this play. But trailing 28-6 early in the 3rd quarter. Telke out of the shotgun. Looking to his left, little screen pass set up for Russell. He's got a wall of white jerseys in front of him. He's got a 1st down.
Oh, it's a late hit out of bounds.
Late hit out of bounds
Yeah,
will add to it. That was well set up, and there was a great escort out in front of Arthur Russell when he caught the pass. A lot of big white jerseys in front of him. See, they're marking him out at about the 21. So half the distance. It'll be first down from just outside the 10-yard line. It looks like they should still have an opportunity for a first down inside the 1.
Well, you talked about really well-designed play.
Handoff goes to Russell. Hit and stopped after a short gain, pickup of 2. And now here it's absolutely 4-down territory.
Oh, for sure.
Handoff goes to Russell, trying to get around the left edge, and does, out of bounds. Very close to the 1-yard line.
Yeah, it looked like they may have had him but again, a missed tackle by the Cardinals allows him to continue on and get around that edge.
3rd and a yard from the 2. And a flag. We get half the distance. It'll be 3rd and inches from the 1.5.
Well, again, things not going the way the Cardinals here early on in this first half. Some penalties. Obviously, that turnover. And it's giving Champlin Park an opportunity to put points on the board here.
So, yeah, it's like 3rd and 3 inches from the 1. So, and it is literally 6 inches to the first down, 1 yard to the end zone. Russell left side, spins, and has the first down.
Yeah, as you mentioned, not much there to get that first down.
So now 1st and goal from closer to the goal line than the 1.
Yeah.
We'll call it a 1/4 of a yard. It is a game of inches.
Well, let's see if Tilke goes over center.
Full house backfield, quarterback sneak, touchdown, Champlin Park.
So the Rebels get the turnover and get points, exactly what they wanted to do.
Looks like they're going to run the kicking team back out there, despite the missed extra point earlier. Or maybe not. They will, looks like, line up and go for 2.
Yep. Oh, they're going to call a timeout. Talk about things.
Timeout Champlin Park as the play clock was winding down. Hate to call a timeout before an extra point attempt,
Right,
but
got to make sure you get your play off, get your opportunity off. And so you'll call the timeout. And
yeah, the Cardinals came out of the locker room thinking, hey, we're going to get the ball, we're going to run down, punch it in, have this gigantic lead. First play, turnover. 7 plays later, the Rebels have cut into the lead. Tulke out of the shotgun. Will roll to his left. Throws, that is tipped and incomplete. The attempt no good.
oh, I understand why they went for it. Unfortunately, they couldn't convert. Well, if you're Coon Rapids now, you just have to go back and you got to answer.
Yes. Well, we talked about it during the break. You know, the offense in the first half had the kind of rhythm they have not had in at least the last game and a half. I think they did have some of that rhythm at times against Centennial, especially in the first half, and then also in the first half of the game against Osseo. They did not put Osseo away. They probably the way they should have been able to. And yes, they got those 21 points in, less than a minute into the second quarter last week, but it was a couple of big plays. It was not continuous drives that, seemed in that kind of rhythm.
Well, yeah, take time off
Another
the clock.
short kick. They'll let it bounce. Kai John scoops it up at the 27, breaks through the first line and gets out across the 40 to the 43.
And sometimes you just can't keep it out of his hands, and he's so electric. But now if you're Champlin Park, you challenge your defense and you say, let's make sure we get a stop here again. This game there's plenty of time left, and there's plenty of time for them to come back. But if you're on the other side, the guys in red, you challenge your offense and say, let's take some time off the clock, let's get some points, and let's gain that lead back that we had previously to start this second half.
Well, this is almost the exact spot they started in at the beginning of this third quarter. They were 1st and 10 from the 42, this time from the 43. Fearing shifts from right to left. Handoff, fakes the give, and Maddock on the keeper, turns upfield and takes his
there's
way.
a flag. He threw a punch. How do you not see that? I can't believe they missed that. These old eyes saw it from up here.
Gain of 8 into Champlin territory. Handoff, Scheller. Scheller hit immediately, and it's going to be just short of a first down, it looks like. It'll be 3rd and inches.
He's going to be really close. So they're
going to measure?
They're going to measure, yeah. I don't know if the officials decide to measure on their own, if Coach Russin asked for a measurement. But nonetheless, they are going to see if he was able to get that first down.
Here come the chains. Some of the best chain gangs in the country right here
short.
In Coon Rapids.
Yep. They're known for it.
Yeah, still about a foot short of a first down. The difference in the first down is about the width of the hash mark. It'll be 3rd and very short from the 47.
There's a rely on those big boys up front to get you some forward push.
Maddox still out of the shotgun, fakes the handoff, pass complete to Ogroski. He's got a first down inside the 35 to the 34-yard line.
I like it. You put it in his hands, you let him get some extra yards after the catch. We have got a Champlin Park player down. Hate to see that.
Number 9, Tyler Hansen, out near midfield.
We certainly hope he's okay.
It gives the Cardinals offense an opportunity to gather on the sideline and talk some strategy. They've moved the chains once, but want to make sure that this drive ends up in the end zone.
Oh, good to see that. Maybe a stinger.
He was holding his arm or elbow, stretching it out as he got up. Number 9.
Number 9.
Number 9.
Number 9.
Tyler Hansen, number 9.
Number 9.
First and 10 for the Cardinals from the Champlin Park 34-yard line. 7:42 to play in the third quarter. The Cardinals leading 28-12. Empty backfield. Maddock steps up. Now chased and will get a short gain as the pocket collapsed pretty quickly.
Yeah, and again, he's able to step up in the pocket and get a little bit of a gain. But good job by the defense closing quickly to bring him down for that short gain. Give him 3 yards on the play.
I'll take 3 yards on every down.
Yep.
It's enough to get the job done. 2nd and 7. Play action again. Maddock now chased, in trouble, throws on the run, incomplete, downfield in the direction of Brandon Waldron. And it'll bring up third down. Cummings Coleman, the deep back, out of the pistol. Pitch goes to him. Cuts back, now going to come all the way back to the left side of the field. Grabbed at the back of the jersey, and that pulled his jersey right off the shoulder. It looked like from the nameplate area, but no flag and really no gain. It'll be 4th down and about, he did pick up about 3. It'll be 4th and about 4.
Big play here for both sides of the ball.
Ball at 28. Three receivers on the right side. Waldron and Ogroski on the left. Maddock looking left, now steps up, in trouble. He's going down. The Cardinals are turning it over on downs.
Yeah, tough situation there. Yeah, and again, you give a little momentum again back to Champlin Park because they're going to stop the Cardinals without any points put up on the board, and they have an opportunity here to see if they can get their offense continuing to go. They're able to score on that after the turnover on their first drive.
Just under midway through this third quarter, they take over 1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line. Took advantage of a short field first time on in this second half. Handoff goes to Russell. Russell bullies his way up the middle, still going, and finally dragged down at the 43-yard line.
Well, you got to bring him down. Give credit to him doing a really good job of of keeping his feet moving and getting forward.
Well, they put him out as far as the 44, so a gain of 9. opens up the playbook quite a bit. Handoff, Russell, first down. Out to the 48-yard line.
He had 17 carries for 59 yards before that run.
Add 5 more as they mark him at the 49. Handoff, Russell right side. Cutting back into Cardinal territory. Pick up another 5.
I mean, you can see that that right side of the offensive line just doing a really good job of standing the defense up, allowing him to gain those 5 yards. I mean, you're going to take he'll take 5 yards to carry every time.
It's even better than the 3 yards of carry we discussed just moments ago. Fake the give. Telke on the keeper. He's got a first down and a lot more. Taken out of bounds. Close to the 20-yard line.
Yeah, he's dangerous. He's we talked about he's a big kid, 6'4". I think it's 192. And he's got some speed. When he gains that edge, he's tough to bring down.
Ball spotted at the 19. And Champlin threatening here, an opportunity to close this to a 1-score game if they can convert, plus the 2-point conversion. Russell breaks free. He got a nice hole. Round the corner into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels.
All of a sudden, Rebels right back into this one. Cardinals just up by 10. Awaiting. I'm assuming they're going to go for 2 here. Make it a 1-score game.
You would have to imagine. Be almost pointless to not.
Correct.
See if they are a little more organized this time around. Don't have to burn their second time out in front of a conversion attempt. First 2-point conversion attempt unsuccessful. Fake the give. Telke on the keeper right up the middle and good. And it's a 1-score game, 28-20.
Exactly what the Cardinals did not want to happen. 2 scores from Champlin Park here so far in the third quarter has made this a 1-score game.
Well, now the Cardinals offense absolutely, positively, no doubt about it, must answer.
Yes.
We saw their first drive of the second half, and very quickly with the turnover on the first play.
Yeah.
Second drive stalled out, turnover on downs. And a very quick response, just 5 plays to go, 65 yards.
Well, Joe, one of the keys for Champlin, Nick Keenan, head coach, mentioned to me, says we see a lot of their guys playing both ways. We're going to try and go at them and tire them out.
High, short, end-over-end kick fielded at the 35, and Naipan stopped almost immediately. Short return.
What number is Neopan?
Number 9.
Number 9.
Number 9.
Number 9.
Number 9.
Number 9.
Do you know why 6 was afraid of 7?
Because 7, 8, 9.
Number 9.
Number 9.
First and 10 from the 38. 3 receivers on the left side for Jacob Maddock and the Cardinals. Kaijan, the lone wide out up top. Maddock sets, now steps up, now chased, in trouble and sacked again. May have gotten back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they'll mark him right at the line, I believe. And again, good pressure by the defense, and that was the challenge to the defense coming out of the half. Says, let's pressure them. We're better than the team that was down at the break, and so far they're proving that.
So 2nd and 10 out of the pistol. Handoff goes to Scheller. Scheller trying to get around the corner and does. A first down, delivers a hit as he crosses midfield.
Well, we watched that long run that Scheller ran last week. When he turns that corner, he's got the jets to get it upfield, and you saw him there able to move the chains, and that's what the Cardinals have to continue to do. They have to move the chains, they have to take time off the clock, and they've got to put points on the board.
14 yards on the carry for Scheller. 1st and 10 for the Cardinals from the Champlin 48-yard line. Ooh, Maple Grove up big on Anoka, 42-7.
Yeah, Anoka was undefeated going into the week, and that's who the Cardinals play next week.
Maddock. Flush to his left, throws, incomplete, looking for Kaijan. Really a nice job defending by Aaron Briggs to reach in and get a hand on it.
Yeah, they'd certainly like to get Kaijan involved here. But as a defense, you have to know where number 2 is and get it in the hands of somebody else. But we've talked about it between Bogrovsky and Fearing and Scheller. They've got some pretty good offensive weapons.
Oh, and Harold Berry.
And Harold Berry's had a nice first half, correct?
Couple of catches and factored into the offense for sure. Low snap, Maddock able to scoop it up, will just run ahead. Gets to the 45, a gain of 3, 3rd down. And this is about where the drive stalled out last time. 3rd and long, and then a 4th and medium. Maddock steps up. Surrounded by white jerseys, he's going down, sacked back across midfield. This will be a loss of 6 yards.
Yeah, and they're going to have to punt the ball. Well, Champlin Park has to feel pretty good about where they are now here in this ball game after being down 28-6 at the break.
Giovanni Fan and Brady Schornstein are the deep backs for Champlin Park. High boot, a good one. Taken by Fan at the 17, avoided the first hit. Got out as far as the 22, but he's stopped there.
Well, a little bit of a long field here for Champlin Park, but that hasn't fazed them. Again, the Rebels working to tire out that Cardinal defense.
.101 to go, 3rd quarter. The Rebels will take over from their own 21. 2 touchdown drives in this 3rd quarter And they have gotten themselves back within a one-score game, trailing 28-20. Preston Telke out of the shotgun. Fakes the give on the keeper, gets across the 25, out to the 27, a gain of 6. And the momentum has clearly shifted to the visitors.
Oh, yes, it has.
Here in the third quarter.
Well, Claire fearing on the tackles for the Cardinals, but yes, that momentum is definitely on their side now.
Hand off to Russell. Gets some good blocking left side and has a first down.
Well, I get that offensive push of the big guys up front for Champlin Park right now. Again, are winning that battle at the point of attack, and they're reeling off 5-6 yards every time they touch the ball.
Ball spotted at the 33, first down from there. Telke up under center. Handoff goes to Russell. Russell cuts back, dives forward for a gain of 4, and that'll take us to the end of the third quarter. The Cardinals still have the lead, but the Rebels have the momentum and the ball when we start the fourth quarter after this. Back at the Cardinal Sports Complex, starting the fourth quarter, Champlin Park with a 2nd and 6 from their own 37. They trail 28-20. Telke flushed, but able to find a man on the run. The pass is complete, and that's going to be enough for a first down to Cole Jerpsev.
Yeah, the Rebels have not lost their composure being down that big at halftime, and they've made the adjustments to get back into this ball game, and as you mentioned a little bit earlier, all the momentum now on their side. Even though they're trailing by 8, all the momentum for the Rebels.
Well, the Cardinals' offense, a turnover on downs, and then a punt in their 3 possessions in this first half. This is the third possession for the Rebels. Their first 2 ended in the end zone, and here's another big run for Arthur Russell. He'll have another first down into Cardinal territory at the 46.
Well, obviously plenty of time left for both squads. Well, the Cardinals defense needs to come up with a stop on this side of downs, on this drive.
They were able to get a couple of takeaways in the first quarter. One when the Rebels were threatening early. Hand off to Russell, and he is wrapped up and stopped in the backfield by Samson LeClaire.
Samson LeClaire has been a demon on defense all season. He's been all over the field, and you're seeing it again here tonight.
Under center is Telke on 2nd and long. Play action. Telke look back. Now it's in trouble. Pass is incomplete. In and out of the hands of the intended receiver. That was Deshaun Sturdivant.
Yeah, he took a big hit at the end of that play, but again, that's a ball he should have caught. And again, give Telke credit. He does a really nice job of getting away from pressure and getting an opportunity to deliver the ball. He delivered it right there.
So now 3rd and 11. Telke out of the shotgun. Looks right now. Little screen pass to Gilk. He's got blockers in front of him. He's going to be short, but fourth and much more manageable.
Oh, yeah, you're going for it.
At 4th and 3.
You get a nicely designed play. You get that opportunity to just that short little screen in the middle and get that positive yardage to make it a reasonable 4th down situation drive for them. And now your defense, you're calling on your Cardinal defense to come up huge here.
Well, and Telke has been able to draw him offside a couple of times in these situations, get free first downs. The Cardinals must make certain not to do that, but a stop here would be huge for the Cardinals sideline, for the faithful in the crowd, helping re-energize the home crowd, and a timeout called by Telke. That's their second of this half.
Yeah, we'll see if that comes back to hurt him later in this game. Now two timeouts here in the second half, but he saw something he didn't like, and sometimes it's better you take that timeout, even though you're going to be down to 1 to avoid on 4th down.
Yeah, I think they were.
For the play clock?
Play clock was running down, and certainly don't want to take the delay a game in that situation. Turn 4th and 3 into 4th and 8. See what Champlin has dialed up for 4th down. Gilk, the flanker on the left side. Russell in the backfield with Telke out of the shotgun. Cardinals come. Little screen pass. Russell's easily got the first down. And the Rebels will keep the chains moving.
Yeah, and again, just once you get the ball in his hands, he's so good, and he's quick. And he's able to get around the end and pick up that first down relatively easily. And there was, again, Cardinals pressured up the middle, but Tilke doing a really good job of releasing it.
Handoff goes to Russell, a little delay, and he stood up at the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Cardinals are trying to shuffle guys in, especially across the front line. Give opportunity for players to catch their breath. And the Rebels sure have been going at them and really testing this defense.
Handoff went to Gilk on the counter, and he's got another first down inside the 20-yard line.
Yeah, that was a beautiful play. And again, it caught the defense off guard. I mean, you're so concerned about Arthur Russell
and
Telke, and that counter to Gilk worked really well.
Gain of 11, 1st and 10 from the 20. Telke hands off, Russell right side, cuts back, another nice chunk. He's going to be close to the first down marker once more.
And the Rebels quick to get back to the line of scrimmage because they know how tired this defense is.
2nd and 1 from the 11. Handoff, Russell right side, slipped up a bit but stays on his feet as the first down. It'll be goal to go from about the 7.
We're a little under 8 minutes remaining in the contest. The Cardinals holding on to that 8-point lead, but Champlin Park is definitely knocking at the door.
Keeping them right back at the line. 1st and goal from the 7. Telke under center. Handoff, Russell running left. A lot of red jerseys on that side. He falls forward for a gain of a yard. 2nd down. And flags coming in late as there's some words being exchanged, some pushing and shoving.
It's frustration on the Cardinal side of the ball, I think, and we'll see where they call this. But think it's going against Coon Rapids. Oh, maybe not. We'll see which way they.
Well, I think you're right. I think
Yeah.
he was just marching out to signal to the booth.
Yeah. I mean, and Joe, we talk about these kind of penalties all the time. These are things that the Cardinals cannot do. I know they're frustrated, and they're probably very tired because they've been on the field quite a while.
No.
Oh, no, it is against Champlin. All right, well, good. I'm glad.
You're not a homer at
Well,
all.
I'm not, but these are the kind of plays that the Cardinals don't need to, to give up. And if it goes against the opposition, that's good for them because they've got their backs to the wall as it is. But yeah, I've been called a homer many times, and I'm proud
Well,
of it.
and that's a huge penalty,
Yep.
Largest penalty of the night against
Yep.
the Rebels, because this will back them up to see where they spotted. Should be at about the 21,
Yep.
I would think, but they're inside now. They're going outside the 20. There's 15. They had the miscount on the wrong side of the yard.
Must have
yard
been Minneapolis
marker
math.
before. Yeah, so second and goal from the 21. When you're trying to tie the game, that makes it difficult. Play action. Peterson is
There's a flag.
chased,
Yeah.
and the flag in the backfield is he was definitely went down with the
Yeah, and he probably didn't need to
Official.
have to do that because Tilkey's got that speed to the outside. But you obviously want to protect your quarterback. But
Peterson was
What
threatening.
cost?
He was chasing.
yeah,
And so now second and goal from the 6 turns into second and goal from, based on that, if it's a spot foul, 10 yards from there, you're looking at
31.
back to the 36-yard
36,
line. Possible second and goal from the 36.
What's in your playbook for that?
Not a whole lot.
I know they used to write them up like that in Minnesota. Because they probably were never in that long down in distance. Neil Hennon is shaking his head. Nope. We just ran over everyone.
So they put it at the
31. That's where I thought it would be at 31. Okay.
Still second and goal from the 31,
That's-
36.
yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Does not matter.
That's not ideal situation for the Rebels, who were rolling until the first penalty. They set up the screen for Russell. He's got a whole wall of white jerseys in front of him, but he's stopped short of the 20-yard line. It'll be third down.
I'll tell you-
Jared fearing another tackle. He's been everywhere on the defensive side of the ball. He's got 2 touchdowns.
Tell you, if the Cardinals can keep them out of the end zone on this drive, it would be huge because they need a little momentum, and that would give them some momentum back. But they
Third and goal from the 20. Telke looking left, sets up the screen to Gilk in the middle, and that gains about 5. It'll be fourth down.
now you just got to keep everything in front of you. Make sure.
Well, especially since they don't go downfield. They
No.
don't pass a ton to
Nope.
begin with, and they don't pass downfield a whole lot. I will say this, there are a couple of other guys who have thrown passes for them. They've got 3 other guys on the team that are each 1 for 1 on the season. 2 of the 3 are for touchdowns. I don't believe they'll pull out the trick play here, though. Telke chased by Ness. Tried to flip it, and that's going to be considered an incomplete pass. But Ness
Huge.
was right there.
Boy, is that huge. You now if you're Coon Rapids, obviously you just want to settle for taking the time off the clock.
But you
with
must move the
5
chains.
But I was going to say you got to move chains, but you got to work the clock as well. 5:33 remaining in the game.
Well, and I would rather see them go not really up tempo, but keep the tempo up to find that rhythm again, the rhythm they had through most of the first half.
They just can't go 3 and out. and they cannot turn the ball over.
Points on this drive.
Oh, it would be huge. Huge. Points on this drive would win the game for them. But
Number 2 is a threat from anywhere on the field.
Anywhere.
He is currently the deep back out of the pistol. Rotates to his left, handoff to Scheller. He goes up the middle for a gain of 7.
that looked like
a whole lot of face mask.
a lot of face mask. How do you not see that?
The entire Cardinal cheering section did.
The coaching staff certainly did,
Gain of 8.
but you'll take the 8-yard gain.
You'd like to add another 15 if you could.
Well, of course. We're greedy. And we're homers.
Again, pistol formation. Maddock rolling to his right, now pulls it
There's a
down,
hole.
flag in the backfield. He's able to avoid a tackle, get knocked out of bounds across the 30. But yeah, it'll be coming back. Well, we just saw the Rebels shoot themselves in the foot with a couple of back-to-back penalties when they were on the doorstep ready to try and tie this ball game. Now the Cardinals trying to get out of the shadow of their own end zone, finding some troubles with the flags thrown their direction.
Well, I'm not going to do it that way. That's second in a whole bunch.
Second and 11, second and 12.
I mean, you don't want to be conservative. You want to try and be aggressive here and pick up a first down, but again,
Looking downfield, wants Ogroski on the sidelines, incomplete, overthrown, 3rd and long. So 3rd and 12 from the 13.
yeah, I mean, again, a little surprised they went for the sideline on that play because the incomplete pass obviously stops the clock.
Well, this is a team that averages only like 66 yards of rushing per game.
Yep.
So that part of their offense is not
Well, if you're going to throw,
really found a rhythm. Screen pass to Kaijan, makes one man miss, makes another man miss, and he is gone. Goodbye, good night. The Cardinals have a 2-score lead
Wow.
just like that. An 87-yard touchdown catch and run for Kaijan Cummings-Coleman.
unbelievable. I mean, and again, he makes a man miss, and you talked about it. You just said it. He's gone. Once he gets past that initial line, he has the speed to get to the end zone. He is so dynamic and so fun to watch. Love that young man.
And I was just going to say, you know, they haven't looked to Kaijan much.
No, they have not. Well,
And now's a good time to get your playmaker involved. They did just that, and he electrifies the crowd once more. Young's extra point is up and good. The Cardinals have a 35-20 lead.
amazing. Just amazing.
And so for Champlin Park, I mean, again, they had all that momentum. They had the ball. 2nd and goal from the 6. You get a personal foul after the play is over. Can't happen. Very next play, a hold backs you up even further. You end up turning it over on downs. You hold to a 3rd and long, and then Kaijan happens.
Yeah. And again, we talked about it. He doesn't need much room to get away.
I would like
Three plays.
Again, I mean, I'd always like replays, but that's another one where just to watch from different angles.
Oh,
as
yeah.
He caught the ball coming back toward the line of scrimmage, turned around, made one man miss,
And then gone.
about 2 steps, made another man miss, and then he was absolutely gone.
So that was 3 plays, 85 yards, took 1:15 off the clock.
Young's kick taken by Russell at the 18. Cutting back at about the 27, makes a man miss. Oh, I'm sorry, that's Schornstein, out across the 30 to the 32-yard line.
So you look at the time, 4:09 remaining. And how unbelievably huge was that? You have a 15-point lead again.
And the Rebels are certainly not out of this yet.
No.
Only having one timeout down 2
That hurts.
scores. The timeout situation is not ideal, but again, this is a team that likes to run the ball, so they're not built for this type of situation either, really. A team that has not scored 35 points in a game this year. Pass is complete to Sturdivant, just short of another first down.
Yeah, and again, they want to work those sidelines to preserve clock, because you mentioned just the one timeout. Clock continues to move.
2nd and 1 from the 41. Quick pass, left side is a little behind, but a good job adjusting, coming back for it for Jamel Chroma. First down, stops the clock momentarily. Ball spotted right at midfield. Delkey now pulls it down, wants to run, gets around a tackler, gets out of bounds. Short of a first down, but a healthy 9-yard gain and stops the clock.
Well, yeah, I was going to say it smartly stops the clock, because we're down to 3:22 remaining, and it's obviously a 2-score game here.
On 2nd down, Telke chased, rolls right, throws, pass is complete. Cardinals trying to wave it off, but they're actually probably better that it's a completion.
Exactly.
The 4 yards, it does move the sticks. It does stop the
Clock momentarily.
Yeah, but, taking more time off the clock. The Rebels pretty quick to the line from the 37. Pumping, waiting, looking, passing, and that pass is complete as well. Another first down.
But he stays in bounds.
Sturdivant again. Oh, I take that back. That was 84. Dreesy. Telke wants to run up the middle, tripped on his own man. Still going to gain another 9 yards, though.
Oh, yeah, and they're going to have to hurry back to the line because, again, the clock is moving with 2:30 remaining.
Telke looking to the end zone, chased, gets away from Fearing, rolls right, throws, end zone, touchdown. Kapitsky got himself all alone. Telke found him.
Oh, we have a Cardinal down. Can't see who that is.
It's one of the big boys.
Yes, it is definitely one of the big boys. It's not over till it's over, Joe Yund. 2:15 remaining.
And I would imagine they'll run out the 2-point conversion. They need one 2-point conversion, and they need another touchdown. But I would assume they will go for the 2-point conversion here.
That was Hayden Skillings, but glad to see him come off on his own power.
Well, they're going to go for the kick. That way you ensure, as long as you make it, that it stays a one-score game.
Correct.
The other side of that coin is you have to have it once.
It's not.
And that one's not good.
Oh, no, it is.
Was.
That was a line drive.
Just
wow, was
barely
that
over.
ugly. They'll take it. That was an ugly one. It was a bad snap. Well, now you got to get your hands team in there on the kickoff because they will try and do an onside.
You think?
Yeah, I would think. Unless. Well, they have one timeout. Yeah. Well, we'll see.
Which means, should the Cardinals gain possession, they really only need one first down
Correct.
in order to kill the clock.
Yep.
And this would be a big win for the Cardinals. They would stay undefeated on their home turf.
Yep. We can move to 2-2.
Move to 2-2.
Yep.
Within one game of the leader, because unless Anoka came back from a huge deficit against Maple Grove, the leaders are all going to be at 3-1.
Right.
Because that would put Maple Grove at 3-1. That would put Anoka at 3-1.
We'll drop Champlin to 2-2.
And in a tie with Coon Rapids.
Correct.
Centennial also, depending on what's happening in their game tonight, I've not heard an update there. They would also be 3-1. As they were 2-1 coming into tonight's game.
Well, the Cardinals are anticipating onside.
I would think. And Jeremy Hetwer is the deep back. Just in case he's playing kind of safety, I think. Just in case they decide to throw it or kick it deeper, the Cardinals are going to call a timeout.
Yeah. Yikes.
Well, it looked like in the first half, the Cardinals took advantage of some rough bounces on the part of Champlin Park.
They did.
But it looked like they were in a position to just dominate this game, take control of it. Second half, completely the opposite. A bad bounce for the Cardinals on the first play from scrimmage here in the second half. And Champlin Park got on a roll. Then Champlin Park kind of shot themselves in the foot a little bit and missed a very good opportunity to get this game tied. And they give up one explosive play to one of the most explosive players in the state of Minnesota. I think possibly the most.
I was going to say, if not the most.
I mean,
he's so electric.
I said it when they started that drive deep in their own end. I said, he's a threat to score from anywhere on the field. And he did.
You're a truth there.
87 yards.
Cardinals just have to fall on it. And they do.
That one was.
That
should
get
you.
That should be a penalty.
It should 100% be a 15-yarder. There was no need to dive on top of him.
I mean, the ball's down right there.
Well, you don't even have to touch him in high school football. But that was not the ideal onside kick.
No.
20 yards downfield.
No.
So the Cardinals take over, and as we talked about, just one timeout for Champlin Park. There is no 2-minute warning in high school football, so that's the only option they have to stop the clock or get the Cardinals into a passing situation and force an incomplete pass. Cardinals will come to the line in that pistol with Kaijan at the back. Handoff goes to Scheller, left side. Finds some room, a big gain, and he may be gone. Down the sideline, Scheller to the end zone, touchdown.
Wow. We talked about Danny Scheller, what a good athlete he is, and once he gets that edge, he's got the speed to gain, and he went down the sideline and took it home and gives the Cardinals that 2-score lead back. Amazing.
One play, 60 yards, and back to a 2-score lead for the Cardinals.
Wow, Danny Scheller just with the amazing, amazing play.
Jackson Young on to attempt the extra point. It is good, but whistles before.
I think it's offside, Champlin. It is.
See, I think as the kicking team, you should have the option to decline that penalty.
I agree.
You've already kicked it through.
I agree. Yeah, absolutely. Why make them do it again?
So they'll inch a little bit closer to the goal line before the snap.
That's
and
blocked.
This one's blocked.
See, I couldn't agree with you more. Decline the penalty. They should be able to decline the penalty.
So Champlin now trailing by 14, set to get the ball back with 2:04 on the clock. The good news for them is they didn't have to burn their last time out.
That is true. The bad news is they're 2 scores down with 2 minutes remaining.
I was going to say the bad news is definitely that they have fallen behind after giving up another huge play. Fallen further behind, I should say.
Okay. This has been a wild one, Joe.
The second half is
just wild.
I mean, the first half was all Cardinals. There was a lot of fun in that one, but the second half, in particular this fourth quarter, has been just electrifying. Young, low line drive, takes a hop, taken from the 15. This time it is Russell on the return. He avoids a couple of hits. Cuts back, stayed inbounds that whole time. He's trying to run it all the way back. He's got blockers. He's got room. Inside the 20, cuts back, and will be down inside the Coon Rapids 5-yard line.
I can't relax. I can't relax in this game. Give me an opportunity to take a breath.
What a return from
he's a phenomenal
Arthur
player
Russell.
as well. I mean, we've seen it all night long.
I lost him in the crowd on the far side. I thought he had been forced out of bounds. And next thing you know, he's cutting all the way back to the near side of the field, and he found some blockers out in front of him.
Yeah, and again, now it's going to come down to, if they punch it in, it's going to come down to another onside kick.
First and goal from the 3.
That couldn't have been a better situation for Champlin Park.
Telke rolls to his right, throws. It was tipped, I believe, by Logan Ness.
Took 4 seconds off the clock. This has been a wild one. It's been a lot of fun.
Telke rolling to his right. Will tuck it and run, and he's in for the score.
Well, with plenty of time, too. We've got minute 34. $14 carries for 73 yards and 2 scores for Telke. Well, we'll see what the conversion is here, but the Rebels have to do a better job on the onside kick here the second time around than they did in that first time.
Well, they're fortunate to even have the
They are.
opportunity to
Yes.
to attempt it again.
Yikes.
And as exciting as Scheller's run was, Cardinals might have been better off if he had picked up 12 yards, got
And then-
stopped,
yep.
forced them to take their timeout, and they continued to chew up the rest of the clock.
Correct. I agree.
But you're not going to turn down a
when he-
two-score lead.
No, when he hit that
obviously.
corner, I mean, he felt in his mind that he was going to hit the end zone, and he did. But you're right.
You always want to go up by 2 scores.
Correct. But you also want to
but,
preserve. You want to run the clock out too, especially with the way the Rebels have been playing here in the second half
And then
and scoring at will for the most part.
an unbelievable kick return for Arthur Russell. Mayo out to attempt the extra point. Kick is up and good, and it's a 7-point game.
I'll tell you, the football read on Sportsnet may take the entire half hour with all these highlights. Wow. I love high school football.
So 41-34. A little more than 90 seconds on the clock. And Champlin, yes, will be lining up, I'm sure, for another onside kick and maybe trying not to kick it downfield 20 yards.
Yeah. Yeah, again, and Cardinals will put their hands team.
Well, we saw that. Was that last year that the Cardinals had 3 successful onside kicks?
I think I think that was
2
last
in the
year.
same game.
Yeah, I think that was last year.
That was Johnny Bootleg for you.
Johnny Bootleg.
Yeah, it's a tough specialty play. You don't spend a lot of time working on in practice,
No.
but it can be the difference in a game.
It certainly can.
If you are able to recover onside kicks, have a couple of different schemes that you can use on those onside kicks to try and throw off the defenders. But, 10 Cardinals between the 50 and their own 40. This one rolled, and it got away from Fearing, and the Rebels got it.
Wow. Wow.
And it keeps getting interesting, Howie. 1:34 on the clock. Champlin's got the ball. They still have their timeout and a chance to go down and try to tie this one up again.
Oh, my. That is just crazy. I saw a number of people leave after this. People are going to be upset that they left this game. As you mentioned, 1:34 remaining.
Telke out of the shotgun, 3 receivers on his left. He looks that way, now tucks it, wants to run. Hit immediately and gains 3. And precious seconds ticking away.
A lot of time ticking out getting this playoff.
2nd and 7 from the 41. Telke rolls to his left. Cocks and fires. That pass is complete. And
He was
down on
the
the
ground.
knee
Yep.
was Sturdivant, so it'll stay there, but it's a first down. And it briefly stops the clock again. Ball at the 29. Quick spike.
Yeah, good play. Just you'll give up the down to save that timeout. 57 seconds basically left in this contest.
And that defense that has been on the field so long. Telke rolling to his right. Wants to throw, now wants to run, and he's tripped up after another short game.
We'll see if they call the timeout here. Are they going to get
down?
14 tackles for Fearing.
He's had a nice game.
Yes,
for
he
sure.
has. On both sides of the ball,
3rd
quite
and 8.
obviously.
Telke steps up, throws on the run, has a man picked off by Cummings Coleman
Wow.
right at the goal line. Oh, they're going to put him down at the 1-yard line. They are going to. So the Cardinals are going to have to come out here and get off of their goal line.
Well, and the Rebels still have that timeout.
But that's tough.
That's tough.
To have it in the one at the 1 as opposed to getting the touchback.
Well, I mean, obviously you had to intercept that one.
Yes.
So whether you're at the 1 or at the goal line, you still have to intercept it.
He did that a couple weeks ago against Osseo.
Yep.
Very similar. He's so far off the receiver, so far in front of the receiver,
Right.
but he's able to get up and get to that ball.
Well, yeah, because he uses his speed and obviously his vertical. This is one of the craziest games I've seen in quite a while.
Out of the shotgun, now Maddock will come up to the line, and he got him to jump. How did they not?
How did they not call that?
My God, he was way offside. Huh.
Yeah.
Cardinals will call timeout, tried to get him to jump, get that free 5 yards. I think it worked.
I think it worked too.
Everyone in the
But the officials.
everyone in the stadium except the officials
Wow.
saw the guy clearly across the line. Now, granted, A, we're homers. B,
Oh, come on.
we're looking at it from an angle.
We are. We're far away from it.
They're right down the line,
Yep.
but it sure looked like
It did look like
their
it.
right end got across the line.
Well, on defense, that's why you have C squared back there to make those kind of plays.
You have to move the ball off the goal line.
Yeah, you definitely have to move it off the goal line. Again, we thought Champlin does have that one timeout.
But, I mean, you don't even have room to take a knee. So Maddock on the sneak. And I'm sure
there's
they'll
the timeout.
call the timeout
that's the
because
timeout.
still probably not enough room to take a knee inbounds.
No. Still only they gave him a yard.
But another quarterback sneak and then a knee, and this game should be in the history
This
books.
wild game should be in the books.
41-34.
Just crazy. Well, obviously what looked like a Cardinal big lead at the half disintegrated, but
yeah, and it looked like this one was going to slip away from the Cardinals,
Yep.
and then the Rebels, a couple of untimely penalties when they were knocking on the doorstep. Then a Kaijan explosion. Then they get the ball back and punch it in.
right.
Then Danny Scheller explodes. Then
It's just it's amazing.
another quarterback sneak, and Cardinals. It doesn't look like he got out far enough. He still might not be able to take any. Oh, I suppose
that's
they
it.
won't. Yeah, they
Don't
won't
even have to run a
snap it
play.
again.
They don't have to run a play.
And
Wow,
the
what a
Cardinals
win.
will hold on.
What a win for the Coon Rapids Cardinals. That'll go in the books of one of the most crazy games we've been a part of.
A wild one for sure, and a huge win for this team.
Absolutely.
As we talked about earlier, staying undefeated on their home field, a win over a very respectable opponent, one that they were probably the underdogs for. Maddock was 14 of 21 for 269 yards, 5 touchdowns, and an interception.
That's a good one.
It's a nice night.
That's a nice night.
Two touchdowns for Fearing, an amazing 2 touchdowns for Cummings-Coleman.
Yep.
And then Scheller, the 60-yarder as well. And I think the 5th passing touchdown was Harold Berry, if I'm not mistaken. So getting some different guys involved. Just a fantastic night. An amazing game and win for the Cardinals. They move to 2-2. They will host the Anoka Tornadoes next week, who were undefeated coming into this week, but most likely have lost now to Centennial, or to Maple Grove, rather.
Yep.
Centennial looked like is
They
getting
won
the win over St. Michael.
Yep. Blaine
So
won big over Osseo.
3 teams at 3-1, 3 teams at 2-2. But that is going to do it for this edition of CTN Sports. I want to thank everybody out there for joining us and continuing to support everything we do here at CTN. For the entire crew, including Howie Shapiro, I'm Joe Young saying good night.